Hello and welcome to another review by me, Mr. AJman12, and today I'm going to be looking at the Series 7 Spin and Fly TARDIS. Originally I wasn't going to pick up any of the new Series 7 figures because I just hate the scale with them. I don't know why they didn't just stick with the 5-inch, I thought that was absolutely fine. But hey, this is what we've got, and I thought may as well just pick them up. Because I just saw it and I thought, it looks really nice. Well, of course it looks really nice. It's the same bloody thing as we got with the Flight Control TARDIS, except much, much smaller. I mean, look at this compared to that. It is minuscule. I mean, obviously, it's a different scale. But I don't see what was wrong with the 5-inch figures. There was... I don't know if you can... I think you can, hang on. Yeah. You can just about fit it in there we go. But, see, it's the same sculpt, basically. Everything that is in here. It's just been miniaturized. I mean, the windows are the same. The doors are the same, apart from this one. You don't get the openy telephone thing, and the stickers on one key, which is a bit of a shame, but obviously it's a smaller scale, so if they make some cock-ups then yeah. The light is the same sculpt, everything is the same sculpt near enough. Obviously at the back you've got the speaker now there rather than there, and rather than the battery compartment being here, it's now most of the back. But yeah, so let's get off to the side and have a look at the box it came in. Now, the box is practically the same as what we got with the 11th Doctor's Flight Control TARDIS, the Christmas Adventure set. It's just smaller. That is all there is to it. Obviously it's the new Series 7 look for the logo rather than Series 5 and 6 where it's Doctor Who in the middle, like the DW bit. Spin and Fly TARDIS rather than Flight Control. Just tells you what it does up there. I mean, that picture, it is the Flight Control TARDIS. This here is the Flight Control TARDIS. Why did we not just stick with the 5-inch figures? It makes no sense to me. Anyway, the back, obviously it's got the Series 7 TARDIS there. All of these and that, with the exception of that base, were on the Flight Control TARDIS box. Nothing on here is actually the Spin and Fly TARDIS. And that's just all that copyright stuff at the bottom. So, yep, put that there. And let's get on to the actual TARDIS. First I'll just mention the size. I mean, if anyone was hoping to maybe get away with just having this and being able to use it with the 5-inch figures, you know, and just have it as with a new TARDIS interior, well, you can't really. I mean, that is ridiculous. Obviously they're out of scale before anyone says anything, but I just don't understand why we didn't stick with these figures. They were so much better. But anyway, as we get on to the TARDIS, I mean, it isn't bad. It is good. I'm not saying that. Anyway, let's just review it as it comes, which is small. Right. Has the opening doors, as you'd expect, and inside you now see the new TARDIS interior from Series 7 Part 2. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if character options go and release this with that insert, because, you know, they're just money grabbing bastards like that, aren't they? No lights inside now, so this is more like what we got with the Christmas adventure set inside, but it's not really anything like that. So doors open and close as you'd expect. They close in. Pain in the ass to close because it no longer has the button where you can just press it and it will shut. But on and off switch is in the same position. So turn it on. And you just get the TARDIS sound. Much like with the flight control TARDIS, you have the little button on the base where when you put it down, that will play the materialisation noise, and you can have endless hours of fun doing that. And then the light will just flash on and off for 3 minutes, and then it'll go to sleep mode. Then you open the doors, and nothing happens. Just the light will stay on. I mean, it's not like the flight control TARDIS when you just continue to get the humming noise. And I believe, even when the doors are open like this, you can still lift it up and get the dematerialisation noise. Yep. Which is stupid. Why would it do that? If it's fucking doors. Why would it dematerialise if the doors are open? It's silly. But yeah, so you just get the materialisation sounds, dematerialisation sounds. You no longer get the swoosh and it goes thing. And then, whereas the flight control TARDIS, to spin it, had this lovely little thumb piece on the bottom, because it's so small, we no longer have that. In fact, why couldn't we have just had that? Because it takes up much less room than what we have here. Instead, we get given, wherever I put the bloody thing, I've lost it now. Oh, here it is. This clear base, which clips onto the bottom of the toy, like that. And when you put it down, you've got a lovely clear base for the TARDIS to stand on, and if you want to display a figure next to it with the base on, it's much higher above it, which looks silly. So, yeah, basically, same thing that happens with the flight control TARDIS, except you now use the base. You put your finger there, in a bigger slot, you put your finger and thumb on the light, and it's not even doing it. Well, that's good. I don't even know if it plays a noise or not when it does that. It doesn't look like it does. Well, isn't that lovely? So we've taken lots and lots of steps backwards with this toy. Isn't that brilliant? So, really, the only thing that is an improvement... Actually, there isn't anything that's an improvement on this toy over the flight control TARDIS, other than the fact that you've now got the new interior of the TARDIS. And the door doesn't stay shut. Wonderful. And that's stupid. Turn that bloody thing off. So, the only thing that I would recommend buying this for is to have a TARDIS to fit in scale with the new figures, which, as you can see, I caved and bought Matt Smith. I didn't find Clara, otherwise I would have probably bought her, but instead I got a Cyberman. I don't know why I did that. That was silly of me. Silly, silly, silly. But yeah, so we now have this scale over... I don't know, I put my flight control TARDIS now. Back to the normal state of reviews where I'm always losing things. Over this. So, less detail, less features. Why have they done this new range of figures? Ooh. Silly, silly, silly. Oh look, this happens when the doors are open and it doesn't make a stupid noise. Ah. But this has been my review of the Spin and Fly TARDIS. Overall, I would say unless you're desperate to buy the new figures, don't get this. In fact, I would steer clear of the new figures anyway. I mean, I'm going to buy them just because I'm an idiot. But, oh, one last thing I'm going to mention is the instructions for the Spin and Fly TARDIS. It's the same picture as the flight. It is the same picture that was on the front of the 11th Doctor's flight control TARDIS. How does it work? Yeah, it doesn't actually make a noise when you spin it, but this here is the same picture that was used on the 10th Doctor's flight control TARDIS. So this is just silly. Why we've got this and not another flight control TARDIS. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.